welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here on a Saturday morning to bring you entertainment in the world of movie and TV. So it's going to be great. Glad to be back. It's the first day, March 6th, 2021. The King is back, so all you guys can sit down, sit in your own seats. Don't sit in the King's throne because this is what my throne is. It's for me. It's for the King. So get used to it. New format moving forward, new content coming your way. And like always, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Support the channel. Let me be able to bring content your way, even if it's once or twice a week or whatever it happens to be moving forward for the rest of 2021. Do so you don't miss this amazing content. But it's going to be a great show. This show, guys, is going to be basically spoiler filled. So there's going to be a lot of reviews, comments, discussion, topics, you name it, the works. Just warning you guys, do not watch the rest of this video. I'll put a spoiler indication. If you don't care, then sit in your seats, be entertained by the King on this fine Saturday morning. It's a little cold, but besides that, it's great. I'm dressed warm. Hopefully you guys are dressed warm. It's also here in Canada. For me, it feels like spring already, and it's only March, so calm down. Okay, anyways. Let's get the show on the road, as they say. Okay, the first thing I want to discuss is what I like to call the hot topic of the week. So it's no biggie. Everybody should probably figure this out, what I believe is the hot topic in the world of entertainment, and it's the season finale for WandaVision. Oh my God. It was good. They stuck the landing. I can tell you that, guys, 100% I believe they did. There was no cameos. Nobody showed up. There was a name drop here and there. Cliff, Hawkeye. Brief kind of like mention of Doctor Strange. I'll tell you that, guys, right now. Wanda becomes a Scarlet Witch in this one. Epic, fantastic battles between her and Agatha, and how she outsmarts her later on is phenomenal. The two visions going at it, and then of course settling things verbally, talking to each other and having an intelligent conversation to come to a realization that, hey, you know what, you weren't told everything, and perhaps we're going to get the white vision is going to become the new Vision. Maybe that's why we say that Vision's dead, because maybe it's a Vision 2.0. I'll just leave it at that. Scarlet Witch doesn't know of this, so this kind of happened on the side. She battled her kids. Oh my God. Like, even Monica Rambeau, phenomenal. Jimmy Woo is pretty cool. That's where we got the name drop of Cliff, which is Hawkeye. He seems to kind of take over near the end. That douchebag director of S.W.O.R.D., he ends up getting arrested, which I was totally fine with that. Yeah, guys. And then that's Jimmy Woo, who basically leaves that little name drop of Cliff. Crazy, sad moments, between Wanda and her kids. I think Marvel, like I said, landed it well. The way they did it, and Vision and her having that last conversation. Basically, guys, the whole world gets unraveled, and she kind of comes to the realization that there's no way she can keep on living this way and keep Vision alive and stuff, because she is a hero. She leaves the whole town free. That Hex disappears. The Darkhold book is brought into hand there. It's phenomenal how they did it. What we expected, like people making cameos and all that shit, does not happen. So you will be disappointed in that sense, but I wasn't, because they stuck the landing, man. The way they walked home as a family, everything slowly disappears. They tuck their kids in bed one final time, and they kind of slowly fade away as the Hex is progressing towards them. Her and Vision having that last final goodbye. Heartbreaking. Holy shit. It was only 50 minutes long, but I was a little worried. How are they going to resolve all this stuff? Fake Pietro being Ralph, and he was being under control. So we still don't even know was that the Quicksilver from the Fox universe, or was it just some guy who looked like him, which is great. Monica was she wasn't well utilized. Darcy just comes out of nowhere and kind of like rams into that douchebag general of Sword, which was fantastic. But beautifully shot, beautifully executed. My God, Elizabeth Olsen, she should get an Oscar in my opinion, and same with Paul Bettany. Just those heart-to-heart conversations, the way everything kind of finishes is great. Then in this one, we get two post-credit scenes. The first one is with Jimmy Woo. He takes care of being the new guy in charge. They arrest whoever the hell. You have Monica congratulating him, so he's kind of organizing. Let's help these people out in Westview and kind of do what they should have done in the first place. Then you have, we don't even know where Vision is, the White Vision is, so which is pretty cool. And then another post-credit scene, which I'm thinking, okay, maybe now they're going to show us what happened. Because at the end of WandaVision, the finale, she flies off and leaves before anything can happen to her. We find out in the post-credit scene, she's in a cabin making tea. And you're wondering, who's she making tea with? Because we kind of think that there's someone else there. Which is great. They still fooled us. Good job, Feige. So she's in there. And in the room where she's going to put you can see herself kind of like self-projecting herself there, looking through the dark hole. I don't know what answer she's looking for there, so who knows what she's going to open up and what she plans on doing. And then last second you hear her kids, help us, mom, or mommy, or something like that. Her eyes were like, what the hell? And that's where it ends. So what a cliffhanger. It leaves the opportunity, the door open for a season 2, which I think that might be a good possibility, maybe, or they're going to continue in Spider-Man 3, No Way Home, and Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness. Maybe she'll bring her kids out of that, and she'll have her kids at the end of it. But heartbreaking realization, my God, you felt for her, but she looked badass in her suit. I can tell you guys that right now. So anyways, that is the hot topic of the week in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Go in the comments below. Leave your comments. Spoil away. People should have seen it. If everybody has seen it, because it crashed the Disney Plus streaming service at 12 o'clock apparently. But I watched it earlier Friday morning. Took my little notes down and brought it to you guys. So you guys let me know. So okay, guys. Let's get to the next segment of this amazing Saturday morning podcast with what I like to call movie reviews. So the first movie I had the privilege to watch was Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, Marina Baccarin. If you don't know who that is, that's I think it's Dr. Leon Gotham. Okay, we have Roger Dale Floyd, Nathan, Scott Glenn, Randall Gonzalez, Claire Benson, Madison Johnson, Gary Weeks, Tracy Bonaire, sorry, I can't even pronounce it properly, and Marin Dungy. A lot of people show up in this, guys, but pretty much the trio or the duo that you need to know is Marina Baccarin and Gerard Butler. They play a married couple who is on the verge of probably splitting up. A lot of problems. So spoiler alert. So this is going to be spoilers, guys. I'm not going to go through every single facet of the movie. I'm just going to give you some of the highlights of what I remember watching. So then you guys can maybe check it out for yourself and leave your comments below in the section that you can in this video. So, but anyways, it's about an hour and 55 minutes. It came out just last year, 2020. It's an action drama thriller. It's directed by Rick Roman I can't even pronounce the thing, guys, so apologize for that. But it's right now, you can find it on Amazon Prime where I seen it. And my initial thoughts is it was good. I really enjoyed it. But anyways, let's get back to what I was talking about before I got distracted. Gerard Butler and Marina Baccarin's character, I think John and Allison, I think there's their names. They're going through something there, because you can see at the beginning he has like long hours as an architect, always comes home. You can see there's some sort of tension between the two. You find out that he cheated on her through this hard time, so they're kind of trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, they got a sick little kid who needs insulin, so he's kind of like stuck in the middle, doesn't know his world, what's going on, if they're going to be together, is he going to be apart, You know how it's the end of the world, right? But anyways, that's besides the point. So they're trying to figure out things, they're trying to work on things, and of course, in the midst of this is this natural disaster that's occurring. There's some sort of comet called Clark that's headed towards the Earth, several pieces of it. So it first strikes, causes damage, so everybody's in a panic. He gets a message on his phone from the government saying, grab your family and only you guys and head to this air base. So then from there, we can fly you to a safe bunker because we just don't know what's going on. So they're throwing a birthday party. Family and friends are realizing that they weren't called. So everybody's panicking. The world is going basically to shits. People are tearing each other, looting, you name it. Whatever you usually see in a film, guys, it happens here. And they're trying to make it to the airport. They do, but they get denied initially because they're not taking anybody who's sick. They want, I guess, best of the best, fit or the fittest to make it there, and that's where the dilemma starts. So they end up going there somehow. Then they get separated. You got the mother and son by themselves trying to make their way to her father's place. You got him who went back to his truck to get medicine for his kid because they forgot. Getting on the airplane, then finding out she's not on there because they got denied of the kid. So then he's on his way. So they're both on separate paths to head to somewhere in Kentucky to meet up and kind of regroup from there. And holy shit, is an up and down roller coaster. Everybody wants these bracelets that they have. He ends up to have to do self-defense in the back of a truck and he kills someone with an axe, man. And you know what? Wow. She kind of finds this couple who gives them a hitch a ride, and it's that guy's a creep. He ends up turning on them and ends up kidnapping the kid for the bracelet, rips her bracelet, dumps her off on the side of the road somewhere. So she's all panicked, and then they end up finding, those two end up going to a nearby base in Knoxville because that's where she was told to go. So they end up going. They meet up there. Gerard Butler's still figuring his way, can't reach on his cell phone. They all pretty much meet at the grandfather's house. They learn that they only have less than 15 hours to go to another base, that this guy somewhere in Greenland, but they have to go through the great old white north, Canada, and it's a journey and a half there. So they get the truck, leave the old man behind because he doesn't want to stay because apparently his wife, that's where his wife died, and he's going to stay there, and he's like 90 anyways, right? So they end up booking it. They head up there, and they end up finding this small airfield in the middle of nowhere in Canada. Like, it's in the woods pretty much. They get on it, head towards it, and of course there's all this turbulence and all this shit because nothing can go right. They see airplanes going down, the pilots crash the plane, they end up surviving, they walk the remainder, they end up going into the bunker and they save the day. But 9 months later they re-emerge and you literally see the Eiffel Tower, all like the pyramids, everywhere in the world pretty much destroyed. And then slowly you see communication coming back. Are you guys alive? Are you this? They're trying to communicate with each other, and that's pretty much how the movie ends. So they end up surviving, work out their problems and stuff. But overall, I think you guys are gonna like it. It's like I rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh, here's another natural disaster film that we're gonna have to watch, and it was totally shit. But actually, it really surprised you. If you had low expectations like I did going in, I think you guys are gonna like it. But like I said, go check it out for yourself. I didn't go through every single detail under the sun because this ain't a recap. Because what's the point? If I'm going to tell you everything, you ain't going to check it out yourself. But I was really surprised. Go check this out for yourself and leave your comments in the section below. Okay? So there you go. That is my Greenland movie review starring Gerard Butler and Marina Baccarin. Go check it out. I liked it. I think you guys are going to like it. Okay. Let's move on to our next film, a movie that just literally dropped yesterday on Amazon Prime, Coming to America 2, starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Oh my God, guys. I was really hoping, didn't have big expectations coming to this, but I was just praying that it would be just a smidge as good as the first one was. Don't get me wrong, I didn't expect lightning to strike twice and be captured in a bottle, but I just wanted it to be a good sequel, especially 30 years from the original. People have to remember, that was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of magic, if you want to call it, that happened way back when, 30 years ago. When that movie, I watched that as a kid, and I laughed my butt off. It was, and it still is. This one doesn't go behind. It's sarcastic, a lot of racy jokes that don't work with today's society, but you understand why they use that tone in this film because that's the way Eddie Murphy is, right? But no one should have got offended. If you got offended, I don't know. That's all on you. But unbelievable. Almost the whole entire cast came back. I think besides Eric LaSalle, but it picks up where it left off. It really suggests that it's 30 years in the making. So spoiler alert, guys. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Then come back. Then leave your comments below. But anyways, so Eddie Murphy's character, King Akeem. Well, he's married. As you guys know, he married Lisa. They live in Wakanda. He has 3 daughters with her. And of course, the king, played by James Earl Jones, is telling him that, listen, man, I don't know what we're going to be doing because we got to keep peace in the kingdom there. And the bad guy's played by Wesley Snipes. He's kind of like the guy from Next Door. Next Dory, I think they call it. It's messed up, but they tied it with the first one because I know Eddie Murphy was supposed to marry someone there to keep the peace in the first film. She was like barking like a dog. There's a lot of flashbacks in it, which is phenomenal. It ties in the stories there. You got McDowell, Lisa's father, who's opened a restaurant in Samunda. Sorry if I called it Wakanda. I apologize, guys. And it's just hilarious. It's their 30th anniversary, and they're trying to broker a peace thing, and doesn't know what to do because he's afraid he's going to get killed by Wesley Snipes' character. He's trying to arrange his daughter to marry a freak-looking idiot, basically, is the way I'm going to describe it. So he gets this idea, you know what? Whatever the hell. And it's revealed by James Earl Jones that you got a lost bastard in New York City that you had a fling with. And he's like, no, I didn't. So then they do the flashback, and of course, Arsenio's Hall, oh my God, Sammy, I can't remember his name, Simi, explains, remember that time we went there and we met up with Leslie Jones, which is the lady he met up with, and he got high and whatever? He realizes that, yeah, that he did have a kid, so he's like, holy shit. So he's pissed off. Typical bickering between the two. So they decide, we got to go to America, pick up this kid, bring him back so then he can solve all his problems in a sense. And of course, in true fashion, everything gets unraveled. He learns the truth of why he was brought there. There's a lot of hijinks, funny crap, like, back in Zamunda and in I guess, New York City or whatever the hell. But, oh my God, visiting the barbershop where Eddie Murphy pretty much plays all the different characters there. Phenomenal. They're all back, just old. The jokes back and forth. McDowell, with the whole McDonald's thing was pretty cool. Lisa with her connection. Leslie Jones with the family. Tracy Morgan's in it. Phenomenal. But yeah, the kid's like hard on his times, doesn't know what is, and then he gets plucked out of obscurity, taken there, expected to be king and stuff, and marry Wesley Snipes' daughter, which she's good looking, but not for him. It's like basically, yes, I'll do whatever you want. So subservient in many ways there. Meanwhile, there was a barber that he kept on cutting his hair, and he's kind of like slowly falling for her. And then you can only imagine what happens. He decides, hey, Lo, I'm backing out. I'm not going to get married to this girl who pretty much is like a robot. I'm going to go with her. So they end up going back to New York. So he ends up going back. Holy crap. More hijinks. Arsenio Hall, that preacher that's pretty much on crack, is in there. And he's performing the ceremony. Of course, he's going rushing back to stop the wedding, but then he realizes I did the same kind of thing to my father and found my own character. So he kind of realized, hey, this is not for me. Oh my God. But Jesus. And then to go back. But before they go back, he left Arsenio Hall at the back, home, Semi, and his daughters. Oh my God, there's a fight scene that the daughters kick some butt. Unbelievable. There's a lot of kind of like the Lion King theme, kind of making fun with Black Panther moments in there. But all in all, it worked, man. I was really surprised the music, yet freaking Morgan Freeman there doing the pre-funeral ceremony that he's explaining to Eddie Murphy that, listen, you got to do something. I want to go out with a bang. And he literally tells him a few seconds before he actually does pass, he goes, I'm going to die now. And he doesn't believe him, but he ends up passing. So that was one of those, are you kidding me now? but a lot of slapstick comedy like that. If you love the first one, it's the same elements here. Not exactly like the first, don't get me wrong, but they did a great second attempt in my own personal opinion, and they nailed it out of the park. It's only an hour and 45 minutes. Wasn't bored at all. Sure, it had a couple of slow scenes here and there, but even at the end, the dance number, and to have so many singers in there, oh my god, at the beginning and at the end, it was just basically Eddie Murphy in an outfit singing We Are Family, and then you have Wesley Snipes jumping in and everybody doing their little dance numbers. There's post-credit that they're doing little bloopers in here and there. But overall, I think you guys are going to totally enjoy it. I enjoyed the hell. I expected not to like it and go, oh my god, this is going to be another Dumb and Dumber 2 sequel, and it just kind of fell flat in its face. This is not the case. I highly, truly recommend all of you guys to check it out. You're going to laugh. Like, it's a total surprise, and I'm happy with it. So there you go. Those are my movie reviews. So now, let's get to the next topic, guys, or what I like to call my movie recommendation spoiler review. Yesterday, did a separate recommendation video that I just went into the movie that I'm going to be covering, which is Silver Lining Playbook. This is where I decide to spill my guts and reveal why I told you guys to check it out by telling you guys pretty much how I felt about the film and why I wanted you guys to check it out. Okay, Silver Linings Playbook. Guys, from the opening scene right till the end of the film, this movie will hold you to your seats. My God, the fight that he has with his father for waking him up in the morning just because he couldn't find the wedding tapes of him and his ex. Holy crap, how real and how powerful and funny that is. You would lose your mind. There's also another scene that I loved, guys, and I don't know if you guys enjoyed it, is when he sees his psychiatrist all decked up in Philadelphia Eagles gear at the stadium, and his father's banned. He can't go in there. So he goes there with his brother, and shit goes down, and he starts the fight, and it's not even his fault fight, but his father blames him for it. Hilarious. Then you got Robert De Niro having a side gig selling, of all things, betting on the games or something like that. And him with his own OCD, basically, with keeping the box in a particular way so he can watch the football games, and that throws him off. Then you got Jennifer Lawrence, guys, which is over the top. She brought it in this film. I don't care what anybody says. She totally brought it in this movie. Wow, nuts to the ninth degree. You got him running around with a garbage bag, trying to get back with his ex. We find out that he literally beats the living daylights out of who his ex-wife was cheating with, which I don't blame him because I don't know what the hell I would do. And then he's diagnosed being paranoid and all this crap, like bipolar. Come on, guys, seriously? Oh my God, but his mentality to kind of like behave, and he was a teacher and he was in the wrong, and he has to slowly work his way back into his ex's heart, who thinks he's nuts and has a restraining order, which is phenomenal. Then he meets up with Jennifer Lawrence's character, and like I said, I think her fiance died or something like that. So you got two mentally disturbed people on medications and stuff, being called crazy, looked at funny from people, kind of like striking an agreement to help each other out. What was the agreement? She will help him get back with his ex by writing a letter and doing what he needs to do to improve in order to kind of get her to see things his way. My God, while she wants him, which is funny, this is the funny part, because he goes, I'm not dancing. She wants him to, she needs a dance partner to enter this dance competition. So he decides he's going to help her out. And trust me, he hates it at the beginning. And then he slowly kind of enjoys it, kind of thing. And then, oh my God, like the back and forth fighting, the name calling, the craziness, the way they start to fall in love with each other is phenomenal. Like, it's done well. Like I said, you got parents who are crazy up their butts. You got family and relatives looking. You got that crap going on, the dance competition, and then him slowly realizing that she has a thing for him, or maybe he shouldn't be with his ex because his ex didn't care, and he ends up having a chance to do so at the dance competition. He kind of leaves her almost high and dry, but then he ends up showing up, breaking old habits, and that dance number near the end was phenomenal. Like, it came to an end so perfectly, in my opinion, that wow, like I was surprised when I first watched this movie. I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna watch it. Too mentally disturbed. Like, nah, man, you know what? And like, forget it, right? But I was drawn into it. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen in the last maybe 20 years of my life on this earth. It was good. Bradley Cooper, Jennifer, like they, if you didn't buy them as the characters, you wouldn't buy the story at all. But it was done well, and with this COVID-19 business going on, I go, you know what? Let revisit it, and then let's see. You know what? And it hits me as hard and as strong as it did when I first watched it. That's one of the movies I can watch over and over, and I think you guys probably, if you give it a chance, if you haven't seen it already, which I hope you did, because I pretty much spoiled everything here in the spoiler review here, version of the recommendation video here. But wow, like I left out a lot more parts. There's a lot more hilarious parts of him running around, changing your routes. Like Chris Tucker showing up, and it's his buddy at the beginning. His mom bailing thing out. I'm telling you, stuff that you could see yourself doing, but they're diagnosed and looked under the microscope. Meanwhile, we're like, going through stuff like that similar now, especially with COVID-19, guys. But I highly recommend it still. I would watch it over and over, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go in the comment section below. Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Did you like the movie? Did you hate it? Where does it rank amongst all your Bradley Cooper films? Do you think Jennifer Lawrence performed well? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section. So there you go, guys. That's my movie recommendation review. Spoiler filled. So be warned. Don't worry. I'll have that thing on the corner way before what's going to be done. So anyways, I'm rambling on. Now let's go to my final section. Perhaps maybe my new segment that I'm kind of happy about. What I like to call Throne Nation QNC or QC. What does QC stand for, guys? Well, it basically stands for Throne Nation Questions and Comments. Throughout the whole week, what you guys post on our Instagram pages, anywhere there is on YouTube, I kind of look and read and see what topics that didn't make it as my hot topic, because you guys know WandaVision took that cake, and I, kind of address them in this section here. So I'm going to post them on the corner there, or this corner, depending on how the camera's flipped, who knows. And I'm going to remark on some of the comments that people sent in, No, there's no names attached because it's a generalized things. Like I read several pages. I'm not going to put 50 different people's names at the bottom saying that it belongs to them. I'm just taking what was said, heard, and what I listened to and what I'll respond to. So basically, there's going to be probably a couple of questions that I will do so, or comments. The first one is this monkey business concerning, according to J.J. Abrams, he's going to be rebooting Superman, and Henry Cavill can be possibly out, and they're going to recast Superman. What are my thoughts on this topic? Do I like it? Do I hate it? What do I think? Basically, guys, I think it sucks, personally. They can reboot whatever the hell they want, but when everybody, especially the DC fandom, the DCU fans that there is out there, because trust me, like I like any movies that's good pretty much. I'm not a fanboy of anything, but when you have an actor who's publicly wants to come back to play Superman for you guys, and you decide to basically spit in the faces of all of us, you're asking for trouble. I'm sorry, J.J. Abrams' last attempt at Star Wars and that debacle, like, really put a dent in his credibility. So for me to have any faith to reboot the series without Henry Cavill in the role, not going to happen. I don't care what you guys do. The actor that's going to be hired to play Superman next is going to be booed, ostracized, attacked by everybody on the face of the earth. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers, Hamada, whoever's in charge of Warner Brothers, get your ass in gear, man. Leave Henry Cavill alone, and especially if this Justice League film that's coming out in the next couple of weeks, if he does good in that and he looks that much more damn convincing that, hey, what are you doing? You're going to be in trouble. And you know what? That's on your hands, right? But that's what I believe. Those are my thoughts. Keep Cavill. You want to reboot it and start from scratch? Go ahead. You have to keep Henry Cavill one way or not, whether it's in the movies or in an HBO Max kind of TV series. You need to keep Cavill until he doesn't want to do it, because it's going to blow up in your face, period. All right. Next question, or next thing that I wanted to hint at, is that apparently there's a new title or name for the next Spider-Man film. It's called No Way Home. So it's going to tie into WandaVision and then to Doctor Strange 2, the Madness, Multiverse of Madness. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. What do I think of what it's suggesting the title being at this point? I don't know. All I'm going to speculate on, because that's all I can do right now, so take this with a grain of salt. It's up to you how serious you want to take it. You want to believe it, you don't. I don't care. It's my opinion, so deal with it. Put your theories below, of course, in the comments section there. I think it has something with Spider-Man getting lost in another dimension and not be able to get back somehow. And is that where he's going to meet up with, hopefully, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield? Or is that going to be in the Multiverse of Madness, where I think it's going to be, because Sam Raimi's directing it? Makes sense, guys? You know? But that's what I think about the title. Do I like it? Well, it has home in it, like the other three. So what is there not to like? Wait till the movie comes out. Then you can be a judge. The title has nothing to do with the film. Will it make sense with the context of the film? 100% it will. Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. Trust me, he hasn't let us down. I just want it to be a great film. I hope the villains are good. I hope the story is good. I hope it ends up where it should end at the end. That Spider-Man makes it home. That's what I'm thinking. So there you go. Okay, the last and final thing that I wanted to talk about, guys, is apparently Army of the Dead. I think that's Zack Snyder's zombie apocalypse film or whatever the hell is going to be released in May, accordingly on, I don't know if it's HBO Max. Great news, because someone wanted to ask me, what do you think about it? I'm not into the zombie films, but anything with Zack Snyder interests me. You know it's going to be shot well, it's going to be written well, but is it going to be executed well or accepted by everybody? That's the question, right? I'll watch anything under the sun, but will it be good? I don't know. What can I tell you guys? Am I excited personally for it? No. But I know a lot of fans out there are. And you know what? I'm curious to at least check it out. And especially it's going to get more hype if Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is a success. People are going to be jumping on board, bandwagon jumpers, and checking it out for themselves, right? But my thoughts are those. I'll check it out. I'm not super excited about it. I'll watch anything, guys. And if it's good, I'm pretty sure you guys will check it out and let me know, but I will try my best if it's on HBO Max to be able to see it the first week that it comes out. Worst case, the second week, and then I'll do a review right here on this lovely channel and our podcast on a Saturday. So there you go, guys. That is my episode on this lovely Saturday, March 6th. Bringing all you guys a whole bunch of reviews, my personal opinions, answering comments that are posted across online or whatever, our Instagram pages. Send all your topics, suggestions, questions. You never know. I'll read the damn things, answer them there, and right here on our channel, they might show up, right? So do something, right? And if you want to personally get that information, look up at Throne Nation _QC. Leave your questions and comments there. Of course, there's the Movie Throne Instagram page. There's my own Instagram page. There are YouTube channels. Check those out. Leave your comments there. And of course, I'll be more than glad to check them out, answer them, because I read every single one. Keep it respectful. If you don't, I'm going to delete your ass, like I always say. So there you go, guys. That is this week's podcast episode of the Movie Throne. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay off my throne. Enjoy your Saturday, and I will see you next week with a brand new episode right here, same time, Saturday, 10 a.m. And don't forget, there's Movie Wars that'll be dropping next week, Wednesday. So check that one out. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys then. Until then, be the hell good.